This is exactly my kind of multi-effects pedal. It's an octaver, it's a fuzz, and it's also a filter, and they're all analog, so let's check it out. Hi everyone, my name is Gregor Fries and today I'm accompanied by Ilya John Lepin on bass, and on cello. Funny story, we didn't actually record video for this intro. I tried to, I tried to, it's completely my fault. I actually recorded the minutes leading up to this intro, and at the moment when we wanted to start, I pressed the record button, stopped the recording obviously, and yeah. But no problem, everybody has a camera phone now, so I simply asked Ilya if he could send me some sort of a playback version that I could doctor somehow in the video. Which he actually can't do because he's on tour right now, but not as a bass player, so he doesn't have a bass with him, but as a cello player. But if we fake it, let's just do it with a cello, it doesn't matter. This is the bass he actually used, this beautiful K semi-acoustic bass. But enough about my laziness and mediocrity, I think we have more important matters to discuss. This. The Mastro Valvola OFF1, which stands for Octaver, Fuzz and Filter. Let's hear the fuzz on its own. This is a really good fuzz with a great range of sounds. I really like especially the low gain sounds and how well they work for bass. And of course, if you turn the gain up, it gets more chaotic, as it's supposed to be with a fuzz. But this one here, even in the crazier settings, is staying relatively... it's not getting harsh, maybe that's the best description. It stays nice and smooth and it sounds just really great. As controls, we have gain, we have tone, and we have volume. And we have this little mid switch here, which is a mid scoop, so if the mids are getting a little overwhelming, you can cut some out. But this fuzz is also an octave fuzz, and you can add a little octave up, which sounds really cool. But now first, let's go to the next step, to the octaver, which actually sits in the very first spot in the signal chain here. And yeah, let's check this out. And great news is you can actually use it on its own. The octaver in here reminds me of the Boss OC2. It doesn't have these characteristic mids that the Boss has, but otherwise I would say they are very similar in a way, at least how they behave. And they have the exact same controls. You have your direct sound, so your clean sound. You have one octave below and you have 2 octaves below. The second one, of course, is not really that well suited for bass. If you want to use it, you definitely have to play above the 12th fret and stay with the upper strings. But it makes much more sense, at least for us bass players, to work only with the first octave and leave the second one out. So you get really stable results up to an open A string, and if you want to get lower, it gets a little bit wobbly, but it's an analog octaver, so that's completely normal. Now let's hear the octaver in combination with the fuzz, and this time also a little bit of the octave fuzz. Before we come to the last section, which is the ladder filter, I want to mention a few more features which I think are really cool. This is a completely analog pedal, but there are some digital features concerning those 2 foot switches. The standard setup is you engage the octave with the left foot switch and the fuzz with the right one. But if you hold the left button down while you power up the pedal, the LEDs will flash a few times, and then the right switch is the general bypass for the pedal, and the left one adds the upper octave of the octave fuzz. Another thing that is in here, and this is something that I've actually never encountered before, is that these 2 foot switches are at the same time momentary and latching. That means they are obviously normal on-off switches. On, off. But you can also use the momentary. That means when you leave your foot off for a while and you play, you want the fast, and no fuss, and you take your feet off and then the pedal is off. It will recognize what you want to do. And now to the most fun part of this video, which is the ladder filter, this section here. This one doesn't have an individual foot switch, only this little dip switch to get activated. I don't find this to be an issue. You just have to commit to either using the filter or to not using the filter. As controls, we have cutoff, which is the filter frequency. We have resonance, which is kind of the intensity of the filter. But actually, if you want to use this, I highly recommend to get something like this, an expression pedal, which you can connect here, and then you can actually control the cutoff live with your foot, which is cool. Such a good pedal. I really love this. Mastro Valvola, big thumbs up to Italy, where these guys come from. All these individual effects sound so good. It's such a good pedal. I mean, I'm working on a pedalboard project which is coming up soon, and maybe this is just the right. I was looking for something. I mean, I have pedals but this is so good. I'm sorry. I should do this after the video. Thanks for watching. First of all, subscribe and like this video. And if you want to know more, just ask your questions in the video, in the comment section. I'm really confused now. Buy our merch. Bye.